I'm in Hereford in the west of England, and I'm about to watch the International Space Station go overhead. In a few minutes' time, over behind me on the western horizon, we're going to see a bright star appear. And as everything in the heavens rises in the east and sets in the west, this is going to come the other way. It's the International Space Station, which is due to fly overhead in about 12 minutes' time. So I'm going to explain to you in this video how to actually know when it's going to come over. You know, when can you see it? The first question is, can you see it? Let me show you a map first of all. If you're between these lines, you can see the space station. But even if you live slightly outside, you'll still see it. You won't see it go directly overhead. It'll be lower on the horizon, but 200 or 300 miles outside this zone, you'll still be able to see it. So the question is, how will you know when it's coming overhead? Well, there's an app for this. NASA have an app called Spot the Station, which you can download on your phone or tablet. And this will show you when your next sighting is. So I'll show you here. This is me running the app. And I'm setting my location. So I'm in Hereford in the west of England. And up on the top left, it will tell you when the next sighting is. So this one tells me there's a sighting today at 17:17. If you click on that, it will actually show you a list of all upcoming sightings for the next couple of weeks. So you can plan when to step outside, tilt your head back and watch it going overhead. But let's take a closer look at today's sighting. It tells me here it's going to appear at 17:17. It tells me it will appear in the west 10 degrees. It means 10 degrees above the horizon, facing west is when we'll first see it. It tells us how high it's going to get. I think today is 84 degrees. So it's going to pass almost vertically overhead. And then it also tells us which direction it will disappear. So it'll head over east and disappear in the east. Sometimes there'll be no sightings at all. It's just the way the orbits work, and you know there'll be nothing to see. Also, if it doesn't appear high overhead, then it's more difficult to see. So you might get a sighting and it might be 15 degrees above the horizon, but if the weather isn't super clear, you might not see it. But anyway, this should be a good one. Okay, about 1 minute to go, I think. And I think we're in action. But there is a star that is rising. It's pretty dim right now, but it should get pretty bright. So this will appear to us like quite a bright star. So if you're hoping to see, you know, a massive space station, solar panels, all of that, no, it will just be a very bright dot. Just managing your expectations there. So I'll circle it now so you know where it is. There's a thin crescent moon tonight, so it's not spoiling the sky too much. This will even show up in a full moon. And actually, even if you're in the middle of a big city, you could be in the middle of Manhattan, and when the space station goes overhead, it will still be bright enough to see. Okay, it's getting bigger and brighter now. But why is it bright at all? You know, is it lit up with lights? Well, no, it's still in direct sunlight. The sun set down here on the ground about half an hour ago over in the west. But the space station's 400 kilometers up, so it's still in direct sunlight, which is the reason we can see it. Okay, I'm going to stick this camera in a tripod and pick up my other camera with a zoom lens. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so this is a much better view. Let's see if we can focus this a bit sharper. No, that's pretty good. That's whizzing overhead at 5 miles a second. Just zoom out a bit, get a bit more of a sense of the sky. Oh, there's not much there to actually surround it. Okay, that is almost directly overhead now. I'm leaning right back. So that is very bright now. But it won't stay that way. I mentioned it's lit up by the sun. Well, as it passes from west to east, it's going to pass into the Earth's shadow and slowly disappear. So we've had our sunset down here on Earth. In about a minute or two's time, it will have its sunset. One of 16 that it has every day. Okay, I think it's getting dimmer now, or is it just my imagination? And will we see it fade out into darkness before it gets to those trees? No, we've lost it behind the trees. I was hoping to show you it fade out as it goes into the shadow. It gets dimmer and dimmer, and then all of a sudden it's gone. But anyway, you can't have everything. So there we go. There's the space station going overhead. If you just use your app and see when there's a sighting, go outside, look up and watch it go overhead. And as long as you're not expecting anything more than a bright star, you should be satisfied. Okay, so I'll wrap that up here. Thanks for watching.